From the F3 Nation podcast studios.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is the COT podcast, connecting the packs of F3 Nation through fitness, fellowship, and faith.
Andrew Maggio, 35, Wirebiter.
Mike Kirkos, 35, Saganaki.
Michael Barrett, 40, Rep Sleepy. Peter Ranky, 63, Bambi.
COT podcast starts right now.
Shut up and sit down.
Back once again for another episode of the F3 Circle of Trust show after a Independence Day break last week. It's your boy Hello Kitty with none other than Repeato, and welcome to the weekly news roundup across the F3 Nation as we talk about fitness, fellowship, and faith. And my brother, a good day to you, sir. And 2 wins in a row for the Rec League basketball team comprised of 75% F3 dudes on our team of 11. So feeling good for Pangea.
Pangea, one world, one hoop.
One world, one hoop.
2 wins in a row, new blue jerseys, dress blues.
Dress blues, boys are looking sharp.
We're starting to get in the groove, right?
We're a bit of a groove.
5 games in.
Shout out to Coach Robbie Brooks, F3 flip-flop. Shout out to Mayflower, Taylor Gagnon. Wow. When you got a former D1 hooper on the team,
All is
man, well. It is good. What's up?
We got
what
Prodigal in your shield lock.
Yeah, Prodigal in there. Roll bar checking in. First in the queue here. If you're watching us across the social media platforms, good to see you, brother, as always. Yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been fun mixing it up. Summer League hoops, another way to get some condition. Quickly find out that level of condition. Very different. Very different.
I was talking to my Cairo guy this morning. You don't know him, by the way.
Gotcha.
And we were talking about hooping it up, and he was giving me a little low back adjustment.
Sure.
And I was telling him, like, I could do 12-mile ruck. I could do 60, 75-minute really hard workout if I wanted to, right? And feel tight, stiff, and sore. I said 1 hour of old man basketball, and I'm cooked for 2 days.
Yeah, it's different. Feet are.
And what I surmised was we are doing wind sprints for an hour.
Yeah,
but you're constantly moving at each end of the floor too, and people suck so bad at hoops at this age.
A lot of misses.
That you run down, throw it up, brick city, run back, brick city, and that's just wind sprints for an hour. So
one thing I have noticed though, and it showed last night, our guys are in relatively good condition though, by comparison. To some of the other dudes. So there is that, and actually, as the game goes, we definitely feel better. And we can get out and run a little bit.
Yeah.
But, not that this is a basketball show here.
No,
with the Olympics right around the corner. We got to stay sharp.
Olympics, bro.
You pumped and ready to go?
I get excited every year or every 4 years, kind of every 2. I don't watch as much winter, I guess. I don't know. Something about the summertime.
Yeah.
Dog days of summer.
Yeah,
it's on for what feels like 6 weeks.
That's right.
And there's so many
Interested to know how many F3 packs and regions have some sort of bro Olympics going. Gotta think, and we'll want to hear from the packs, 844-4COT packs, or send us an email, COT@F3Nation.com. Gotta think there's some bro Olympics happening around this F3 Nation of ours coming up soon.
I would hope so.
So we're going to need a dun, 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 dun. We'll need some sort of segment. Brother, we've got a very special guest, high-level guest.
Oh, really?
Up here in a matter of moments. We'll get to him, but let's thank some of the fine folks who make this program happen as always. And you've been hearing us talk about these great folks. Listen, guys, we got to tell you about true pros when it comes to windows. We've all got them. We need them. We know there are packs across the F3 Nation that are in contracting, building, development, all that good stuff, man. If you're in need of the best, you need to look no further than MGM Industries, because they manufacture the best looking vinyl windows in the business, period. With their innovative designs, MGM offers the architectural look of classic wood, but the maintenance-free benefits of vinyl. They've been at it for 50 plus years, and it's our guy, Paul Gensler, F3 Press On, and his company, Window Reps, who make it happen. So if you're in the need of the industry's best vinyl windows, hit them up, sales@windowreps.com, or visit the newly built mgmindustries.com. Looks really sharp, so go get in touch with those guys today. Thank you, Press On, for bringing great partners our way. Of course, F3 Gear, your one-stop shop for all the great things that have that F3 logo on it the entire month of July. They've got BOGO socks on the Mud Gear sock, which is the official socks of F3 Nation. You wear it in the gloom. They're built tougher. They are the best, guys. I'm telling you, man. Mud Gear socks, legit. BOGO July is the code you use when you're buying socks. Dude, they just relaunched the Clydesdale shirts, the F3 race jersey for 2024, back open for limited time. Pre-order BRR 2024 if you're running the Blue Ridge is up there. So, man, loads of good things happening there. Go to f3gear.com. Thanks to Malco and the team, as always, for keeping you guys outfitted in the best. And thanks to our friends at livemomentous.com. Everything you need, bro. You feeling a little worn and torn after those b-ball games? You get a little extra magnesium in you, a little vitamin D, maybe some protein for after the games, all that good stuff. Livemomentous.com, code Brian J. I got you hooked up on that so you guys can save a little bit there and perform at your best, which you always want to do. Let's see who else is checking in, bro. One of the best parts of the show, other than hearing the news of the nation, is you guys getting to sound off. And when you watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, or the X Machine, you can chime in, just like our man O'Donk tuning in. What's up, my brother? That's right.
That's great.
Now, 88, we know, is making his way across the United States of America. There he is, watching. He's in Charlotte. He said, "Hey guys, be your way." Gave us some dates. We're both gone.
Gone. Not even closely here. Not even remotely. Like come back for a day.
Not even. I mean, what are we going to do about it, though? Right?
Yep.
Dovetail checking in. Good to see you from Tucson.
What up?
Indianapolis in the house. We got something from Indy today. Motorboat sent us something from Indy today.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You're going to love it. South Fork in the house. West Sector represent. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir.
You're right, Drop Thrill. Drop Thrill saying 88 is everywhere. Drop Thrill got to see 88 in the flesh.
Lucky man.
Lucky. Tyler Grimes, Buddy the Elf checking in. Great socks, no doubt. No doubt.
BTE.
That's right. There's our man.
Hey.
Bing, longtime listener, first-time Facebook commenter. Love that.
Speaking of Bing, congrats to him and his boy. I see videos of his son just kicking and kicking, just grinding out there, going to college, being a kicker.
Right. I know. Amazing. Dial up tuning in. God, you guys are flying off the handle today. Huckleberry in the house from Boise.
Did we find a new spot?
Bilbo
4 o'clock?
Well, I don't know. 4 o'clock on a Wednesday, and we've got peak numbers here. Bilbo in the house. Michael Bolton in the house. We celebrate this man's entire catalog.
His whole catalog. Yeah.
Red Button from Vegas. Bro, this is like we're on fire right now.
Yes.
Shantan, shout out from our favorite Nantan. Large Marge.
Pee-wee
Tommy Boy from Tallahassee in the house.
Good night,
Huckleberry from Northwest Arkansas.
We're just going to run through all the watch lists.
I don't want to forget anybody here. Ruby Red from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Sofrito from the Fort.
This
Ordered from Kansas City.
Warms my heart.
Jolly Rancher from St. Louis. They're going too fast. I can barely click them. Elmer Fudd. Fat Max can barely click them. Elmer Fudd from Muletown. This is like a bit now. Heiser from Gwinnett. Look at you guys. Firefox from Jax. I'm going to click them. You say them this time, okay?
All
right. So I can get on clicking duty.
Bunyan from F3 Loco. Great to be listening. Mud Pie from St. Pete. Great show. Thanks for the props for Liam, a.k.a. Sterling.
Sterling is his name. That's right.
We'll be sure to pass them along. Go Blue Streaks. Buzz and F3 Fort Worth. First time listening in. Welcome, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Someone channel tagged in Mumble Chatter.
Oh, and it's going.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We accept all forms of marketing and advertising here.
This guy, it's his Saturday. JP Norris today. He's a Wednesday, Thursday off day guy. JP Norris. When we used to work in the TV game, Wednesday, Thursdays were our off days.
Well, he's in Vegas. I wonder what he's into. And Dark Helmet said he was about to be.
He's on. So all the packs are tuning in. It's we got the Doa bump. We got the Doa bump. I'll tell you what. We'll come back to these comments in a matter of moments because, given that little teaser, we should bring the man in because he's got some great news to tell you about. Right. So given that little teaser, let's bring in none other than the nation's Nan.
Have you notified Lord Helmet?
Yes, sir. I took the liberty. He's on his way.
Make way for Dark Helmet. All rise in the presence of Dark Helmet.
Commander, good to see you.
Oh,
every time it's good. It never gets old, right?
I know. It is good. Yeah, the classic Doa bump. What do you?
The Doa, bro. We're damn near. We're at 66 packs at this point. You want to say hi to some of these guys too?
I would love to.
Let's see who
I would
else
love
is
to.
here.
I saw a bunch of those guys, a bunch of those names that I recognize.
Yeah.
And I was shouting them out here.
But I'm happy that they're not just
green room.
They're engaging a little bit.
Right? Rookie from Columbus up in here.
That's right, man. Valdosta, Georgia. This
John
has to be good for our algorithms, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. That's
the cream of the crop. We rise to the top.
Yeah.
What
about Money Cat? What up, Money Cat?
I don't even know what that
means.
Here's
Flathead.
Oh, he pinged in first.
Brand new region. Yeah. Dream.
Yeah, Valdosta. I just saw the T-shirt from Valdosta come through. The logo for it that come through. So you guys will have a Valdosta T-shirt.
And you're in the house.
What is the Malchipe?
From El Salvador.
If you don't know the
Kenny Maloney. All right, Kenny Maloney.
You don't know Malchipe from Southern El Salvador.
Is that anything like? Is that a little like Schmidlap from Fort Chiswell?
It must be similar.
Like it.
Yeah,
okay. It feels a little like
Coco trying to pull one and
done from the Northwest Arkansas.
The Spark.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Who else we got here? Rudy from Katie's in the house.
You can almost always count on a Katie man being around, can't you?
How about this plug? Klinger says dark helmet for president.
Well, that's one of the big announcements that I want to
make. This is it. RFK's out. Helmet's in his third party.
We teased it a few years ago, but the Doa Kitty ticket is coming to you in 2028.
First question: would you take a cognitive test for the PAX?
I can't even spell cognitive, so. I don't know what that would
let's
do.
Say hi, let's say hi to Freebird.
Freebird out in San Antonio.
Yeah, Hammer Time and
Flash, Hammer Time.
You guys are too much today. Absolutely love it, fellas. This is great.
Yeah,
helmet.
Yes, sir.
We got some important things to talk about. One thing I forgot on the gear front. Not only all these great products, but we're probably like days away, maybe in the next few weeks, of you guys being able to order this F3 coffee. Like this is happening. Cafeterias are about to get good. So helmet. So tell us a little bit about where we're at in the coffee front.
I'm super excited about this. And you mentioned the gear and you mentioned the socks. And in fact, I just did my hopefully everybody got the email. If you didn't, I think the promo is still on. Yeah. I BOGO'd some socks for myself. The
whole month, bro. Gear guys were like, they got such a great reaction for the 4th of July sale. Right? Malco was like, we got to extend this thing the whole month. BOGO all month.
Bro, well, then I may order some more socks because here's the thing about the socks. And I don't get a kickback, right? Doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
But
the nation does. So you can help by literally buying stuff. You help us get this mission to unlock more men, to invigorate male community leadership in more communities, to get these guys doing what they do best, what they should be doing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that actually, all of that kind of ties into some of the good stuff we got coming that I'm pretty excited about for next week as well. But yeah, the socks are amazing. I bought some no-show socks when they first came out years ago. You can't wear them out. You can't wear them out. No, I've worn them on literally every grow ruck that I've ever done, and I've done a lot of them.
I've worn
never
those.
Had a blister, never had
every
a hot
time.
spot.
Totally.
Never had a problem.
I've worn those ruck socks on multiple grow rucks. Guys take dry socks. I always have an extra pair, but I've never needed. In fact, I usually take them off in the middle of the event when you got a break, dump a little sand out. They're right back on my feet. Right away.
I mean, yeah. And again, yes, the nation gets a little something out of it or whatever, but that is actually a really solid piece of gear.
No doubt.
It beats the yoga mat.
No doubt. Yeah, the Broga mat, not everything's going to be.
We agreed we weren't going to talk about that.
If you happen to have ordered the yoga mat, good on you, because that's a limited edition. You're never going to see another one of those. Yeah. So you may as well. That's a collector's.
Bada Bing's got like 3 or 4 of them.
He does. He does enjoy himself some Broga.
Loves a good stretch.
Anyhow, all that said, you mentioned coffee. Coffee is coming. We are so stoked. Because, as we start looking at all the things, and this is something we're going to tease and talk about a little bit next week on the State of the Nation, by the way, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, tune into all the socials. Hello, State of the Nation coming your way. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, man. That's classy right there. Those COT guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Fat Max.
Fat Max. Is that what Brian called his left hand?
Fat Max.
Very strange. So anyway,
that was weird. That was very weird. Moving on.
Like anything about that.
So next Tuesday night, 16 July, 8 p.m. Eastern.
2,000 hours in the Lord's time zone. You can tune in. and watch the state of the nation. We're going to talk about, first we're going to introduce the SLT. We're going to talk about, I'll tell you a couple things we're going to talk about, but coffee will be previewed in a more prominent way there as well. But get this, and if this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what to tell you, but all the shift that we're making with everything, right, is to just make everything we have more mission focused, every piece of gear more mission focused. If it's not building community amongst men, if it's not teaching leadership, it's not plant growing and serving small men's workout groups, all that kind of stuff. Like we're going to continue to reduce it. We're going to continue to phase it out. And we've got some really big announcements coming next week that I'm super excited about. And one of which is a little website preview, new websites coming.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Nice.
So if this doesn't, I think that I'll get in trouble if I tell you the name of the new coffee. So I'm going to hold that. We'll hold on to that. Just know it comes in a badass black bag, right? And the name right on there. And obviously the winning brew. Here's the sad thing. I don't drink coffee, right? And never have.
I thought maybe this won't get you over the hump.
So I got nothing for you, but I am assured we had, I think something like 40 people apply to be in. Wow. And then of that, there were certain criteria that had to be met in terms of volume of roasting and different things like that. So some folks, smaller ones, we have no idea what the capacity is going to be. And you had to have some pretty hefty e-commerce stuff in place. So congratulations to everybody who, first of all, applied. That was awesome. Everybody who was selected for kind of the round 2, that was amazing. And then the winner was chosen. And I'm not going to reveal it here, but it was all from PAX as well.
Nice.
Yeah. It had to be PAX owned and operated,
awesome.
Or at least some sort of the executive management structure had to be a PAX, right? We want this to go back to us. But you think about it, like what better thing for us to have than freaking coffee?
Yeah.
Parking lot coffee, right?
Bro. Yeah, bro.
I mean, this is, we believe that this will be the beginning of the reinvigoration of male community fellowship cafeteria in the parking lot.
Yep.
Because it may be a little long for the
come for the workout.
Well, and we've noticed, even in our home region, I've noticed an uptick in PLCs that are happening. Guys they're either bringing on-site power cords, strips, and percolators, or they're brewing right ahead of time, putting them in big canisters. Guys have stickers. They got AO branded mugs.
I'm telling you, like and because this is, we joke about the coffee and whatever and all the different things, but like this is like peak, essential F3 culture, right? In fact, just this morning, a guy was at the workout. He's been in F3 for a few years, but he's been in our area for over a year and was kind of hiding out because he transferred, like he moved from Naperville. Shout out to CSD, Fib, and all the boys in Naperville. Mark Appletini, all those guys. Right. So he moved from there and had been kind of just sort of in the background. We didn't even know he was here. Yeah. And then anyway, he makes his way back out, and he's been coming out more. And so I saw him this morning, met him, super good dude. And he was like, "Hey, do you guys hang out for coffee at all?" And I was like, "Well, I would like you to talk to our Nantan here in this local region, because what we do a lot of times is there's cafeteria, but it's like everybody hop in your car and drive over to the local whatever. Right. Well, you lose everybody. You lose 70% of the guys, but everybody might stay for a little bit. So we're really pushing this parking lot coffee idea because it's just super important, right?
Well, and there's something about that's where those conversations can happen. And we can talk and we can share a lot in the COT, which is incredible. But the extension of that, where guys, and you see it every time, either they are in a big group or they start to 2, 3, 4 off, and guys are having conversations, and either they're catching up with a guy that they've had an ongoing dialogue with. Maybe you see that guy a few times a week, or maybe they're pairing up with a guy they haven't met, or that's where you see, blades and whetstones start to emerge. That's where you see shields locks start to emerge, right? Like all of that happens.
One of the things that we've seen a lot of around where we are, and I've seen it in some other places too, is you sit in the COT, not the podcast so much, but as but could be there as well. Physical COT. Yeah, but right in the COT, a guy might share something that's really tough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to have that time sort of already designated, already there, where then, everybody can kind of walk up, or, guys who feel led can kind of walk up and say, hey man, been there.
Yeah.
Let's
no
talk
doubt.
about it. Let's
No
talk
doubt.
about it right now. Let's
right.
grab a cup of coffee, walk off to the side here, because that's what the difference is for us, right?
Yeah.
The difference. Look, can you get a better workout somewhere else? Well, probably, except for Bradford's Ordinary, right? No better workout than that, right?
Fair.
For McCarl, we'll say shaken and stirred. No better workout than that for sure.
God, man,
No
hell of
better
a lot of detail there,
like
Helen.
that?
Nicely done.
It's deep cuts today,
That's
baby.
right. No
But
doubt.
Right.
But can you find a place where there are men who are doing all of the things,
All the things.
right?
Things. Yeah.
And connecting to one another in a way that is deep and meaningful? And it's not these weird. I saw one of these clips, these guys laying in like pools or whatever, crying and yelling and stuff. Like, look, if that works for you, go do it by all means. I don't have $10,000 to spend on something like that, and I'm not sure that it really gets you what you're trying to get to. What I know,
the secret sauce is that proximity. Is that right? Periodicness. Like, that's the secret of, and we all know what makes an effective shield lock, but as you're related to really unlocking men, getting them moving forward and being involved in each other's lives and helping each other work through it. Yeah. Those 48-hour power sessions at those events can be great.
That's what I was just going to say.
Great tactics. Right.
But to start, but that guy's not going to be there next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's not going to see you tomorrow morning in the gloom and be like, hey man, how is that going? Like, it's just much more difficult. And so this anyway, so I'm stoked about the coffee, not for the coffee.
Sure.
I could not possibly care less about the coffee.
Well, listen, one quick coffee aside, Seth, bro, love this bold scheduled for 4:50 a.m. 5 scoops. This is the mark. This is, bro, that little bit of cinnamon. So Helma, a little bit of cinnamon in the grounds.
Is this his brewing?
He's giving us his. You guys got to open the kimono on this guy.
Because I thought what Seth might be doing here, and Seth, you really ought to put your F3 name in there, buddy, for us. But regardless, I thought he was telling us like he launched a coffee AO at 4:50 a.m.
Everybody shows up, drinks coffee, and then works out. Woo!
Right. Talk about your pre-workout, right? Like, we'll really get after it.
Well, we will do a Q-Source ruck ahead of a workout, and everybody will take a walking around coffee.
A little whack will do you right. Look at this comment right here. COT is where the magic happens. Lock them in by getting numbers, welcome them, getting them on the Slack communication channel. Working out in a huge group can be intimidating. So smaller ones, it's the chance to be able to do that.
Too, right? We had 3 FNGs this morning. And if we
one and done, Seth's one and done.
Good. Thank you. One and done. Good to meet you. If we had coffee right after, right, those 3 FNGs instantly feel welcomed into the group in a way that they wouldn't by just working out.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's huge.
Or be the high impact man, like our man Van Gogh, whose kids play baseball. He's coaching baseball. Dude's constantly got a cooler in the back of the truck. Cold water's ready to go.
Right.
The summer months, right? So you just
it could be a watereteria.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And I'm not trying to drive you guys away from your local cafeteria spots, by the way. Like, continue to frequent those local businesses. But the chances of EHing, the longer you hang around in the parking lot, as more people come into those parks at 6:30 in the morning, you got a chance of seeing somebody. Right? What are these guys doing? What's going on over here? That's right. Always be headlocking. Brother, with the time we've got before you go, because everybody's going to see you and the SLT Tuesday night, 16 July, 8 p.m. Eastern. As you said, the Lord's time zone.
The Lord's time zone. Yeah.
Love that. Just give us a little preview of maybe the message to the past. Right. I know that, right? Just a little preview.
Yeah. The big messages are, you're going to meet the SLT, as I mentioned. We're really going to talk a little more in depth about this shift from what we've been doing to kind of this simplify and reduce, and really refining the activity that we do, and how we're going to continue to make that more missional, support more of teaching and training and equipping men. That's what we've got to do, right?
Yeah.
And then kind of related to that, you're gonna get a little bit of a preview of, hey, this is where we're spending our money. Where do we intend to direct resources over the next year to 3 years, right? The new website reveal, as I mentioned, some big major updates with a lot of the things that we've been doing, things like the gear store. There's been some huge shifts, actually. Like, guys don't necessarily see it because they're still ordering gear, but on the back end of this thing, there's been a pretty big major shift that I want to tell guys about because it's really important for them to know.
Really cool announcement as it relates to getting your regional gear in guys' hands faster, right? So like there's always been sort of minimums where that team is working through really aggressive ways to help you guys.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Big major announcements with regard to Grow Ruck and LDP within F3 Nation, and kind of some changes there and how that looks. Big changes in the foundation. Basically all the things that the changes that we're making and the new focus that we have is not going to it's not going to leave any part of F3 untouched. Yeah. It's not a huge shift, but you know, the analogy I've been given, Pito and Kitty, is do you know who won the Masters this last time?
Yeah.
Right. Who I don't. Who was it?
Scotty.
Okay. So Scotty wins, and he was probably like 8 under or something.
I don't remember. This was before he got arrested, so I don't remember.
Forgot about that part. So anyway, you could pick any Masters. It doesn't really matter, right? But the guy who won, let's say he was 8 under, and he probably won $2 million for being there, right? Or whatever it was.
I think it was like 8, but yeah.
Okay, fine, 8. But the guy that came in second was 1 stroke away, and his purse was probably $1 million.
Yeah.
Right. And so what we're talking about is not some sort of massive shift away from what we're doing. We're still playing metaphorical golf here, kids. We're just talking about shaving a stroke or two off to where the dividends that we get paid back on this are 8x what we've been doing before. Right. That's what we're talking about.
11 under the winning score at the Masters.
Thanks, Schulman. We appreciate that.
We always have the guys.
Just quick on the draw.
Let me guess. You're an engineer and/or financial analyst. How did I know?
Well, brother, that sounds exciting. One more time, Tuesday night, July 16th, right here where you guys are watching now, right? Facebook, YouTube, and the F3 Nation Twitter account. They can join and just be a part of it, right? And you guys are gonna have a great, cool conversation.
I'm super excited, and just to kind of let you guys know too, this is number 2 of these that's ever been done, but these are going to happen every 6 months. There's going to be one at either kind of beginning or end of the year, you know, right around that time frame, depending on what we got to announce, and then kind of right here in the middle of the summer, you're going to start hearing from us more often with these kinds of updates, and because we as the Carpenters might say, Karen Carpenter might say, we've only just begun. Hashtag not Getty Lee.
She was not Getty Lee. Not even close. Not even close. Brother, great to see you, man. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
All right.
Pito, I think you got a roll for a quick.
I had no idea I was going to have a hard stop at 4:30 until boss 3 levels.
No worries. Up just
said,
that's the way it goes. Buddy. Quick commercial break. YHC back to carry you through. This is the Circle of Trust. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Helmut.
5 core principles of F3 are that it's free, it's open to all men, it's held outdoors rain or shine, peer-led in a rotating fashion, and always ends in a circle of trust.
Welcome to Family Farms, where our culinary journey is woven with passion, dedication, and a commitment to crafting the finest bacon-wrapped chicken, a timeless delicacy that has tantalized the taste buds since 1974. At Family Farms, we're more than just a traditional name. We've evolved into purveyors of gourmet delights. Join us on this flavorful adventure, where every bite tells a story of tradition, quality, and the enduring spirit of Family Farms.
Welcome to F3, Fitness, Fellowship, and Faith, where men come together for something more than just a workout. Our core principles define us: free of charge, open to all men, held outdoors, peer-led, and end in a circle of trust. Whether you want to run, lift heavy things, or focus on bodyweight exercises, F3 has over 4,000 workouts available worldwide. Join us, experience the camaraderie, the challenge, and the transformation of F3, where men can get right so that they can lead right.
Hi, Joel Maurer, founder of Dink Ninjas. Dink Ninjas was dreamed up and started right here in Austin, Texas, a dynamic pickleball community. We arm pickleballers with the paddles, apparel, and accessories to dink like a ninja. Dink Ninjas is dedicated to supporting mental health awareness and cancer research. Shop our full lineup at dinkninjas.com.
Are you searching for connection? Do you struggle with loneliness? There is hope. We are F3, Fitness, Fellowship, Faith. Our mission is to plant, grow, and serve small workout groups for men for the invigoration of male community leadership. We have 5 core principles.
Free of charge. Open to all men. Held outdoors, rain or shine. Peer led, and it ends in a circle of trust.
Go to f3nation.com.
Welcome back to the F3 Circle of Trust. Your boy Hello Kitty carrying you the rest of the way on this news roundup of the F3 Nation. So grateful for you guys. If you're live with us here on this Wednesday afternoon, chiming in, watching, being a part of this awesome experience, man, just so grateful for you guys. Great to have Dark Helmet on talking about that State of the Nation, 16 January, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here across the F3 platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as well. So be sure to tune in for that. You can also watch the archived episode of that across those places as well, but be here live 8 p.m. on Tuesday for the State of the Nation. Great to hear from him and get a little preview as to what's coming. So many great things happening across this F3 Nation of ours, including amazing expansion, right? Seeing you guys, man, chiming in from all over this F3 Nation of ours, which is absolutely incredible. And man, just loving seeing what you guys are doing here. What's up, him? California Love from F3 Bruco checking in. You can chime in across those social media platforms as well, man. It's been fun having you guys hang out and chime in and talk to us a little bit across that. So if you got any questions for me or things you want to talk about, pop them here in the chat on those platforms, and we'll see if we can get to them. We do have some great things to showcase and show you guys. I'm gonna play an F3 song for you that a PAX at Indianapolis wrote. But before we do that, we got some other great things happening. It's that time of the year, right? Things like Him Camp or F3 Dads Camps are happening. The boys of ENC once again hosting an F3 Dads Camp. So if you're in Eastern North Carolina or within driving distance of ENC and you want to be a part of an amazing weekend with your shorties and F3 men, we basically just locked down Camp Seagull. It's out there on the eastern part of the state. It's just a beautiful time. Hot weekend, but a great time. Send us an email, cot@f3nation.com. We'll get you the link to register August 16, 17, 18. YHC hard commit, Repeato hard commit. Ton of great guys that are going to be out there and their shorties. And it's just a great time, right? Shooting BB guns and bows and arrows and riding zip lines and all that great stuff, man. My kids and I, we've had a blast. The girls have an absolute blast at it. And a great chance just to be around your brothers and your kids at the same time, and they can see, right, those guys that make this amazing thing happen. Hopefully everybody had a great Independence Day, 4th of July. Love seeing all those 1776 workouts going down. And in fact, the boys of Cherokee got after it, and they've got somebody making an amazing hype man there. Absolutely great. We got this one from Cherokee. That's right. And so let's show you a little bit. Just want you guys to see a little bit as to what this amazing beatdown looked like on the 4th. And boy, they got some coupons going, and the guys are getting after it there in a Cherokee. Let's take a look.
0, 1, 3. Let's get started.
Real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Man, for you guys listening on the podcast, go back and watch the archive version of this, Facebook or YouTube. You can see that massive group there, man. Love seeing it, guys, as always. Really good stuff. We also got a great picture sent in from the guys at St. Charles, Missouri. Boone Jackson sent us this. What's up, brother? Happy 4th to you and yours. St. Charles, Valhalla region, entering the 4th of July parade to celebrate their freedom. A nice sort of F3 Olympic theme. All right, there we go. There's some bro Olympics happening. Sort of Spartan looking, maybe Odysseus kind of style ship there. Love to see that. Really good stuff, man. Really good. Really good. More comments coming in. Love that. We got a hard commit from Buddy the Elf. Like that. No, listen, JP, you're 100% right. If cable television was still a thing, these F3 commercials would be stellar. You're 100% right. That's why we're using them across this platform, across some social media as well. Maybe we raise a few bucks. We could run some TV ads. I don't know what that looks like. O'Shea in the house from Lexington. What's up? Good to see you, brother. As always. All right. You guys got to hear this. I want to play this and listen to this with you. We got an email from Motorboat, of course, great friend of the show out of Indianapolis. Got a new PAX. Guy's less than 21 days in, and he's already dropping like a legit F3 soundtrack. Check this song out. It's a strong riff off the top. I want to know if he's playing all the instruments. Men come together, sharing laughs and sweat, becoming friends. Fitness, fellowship, faith, the core values we hold dear. Planting seeds of leadership as the bond grows clear. Brotherhood and strength, we find in unity. That's legit. What? Where we push each other to be better again and again. Out in the open air, we find our inner strength. F3, what? We come together at any length. Bro, we need to get this thing on Spotify. We need to get that on Spotify. Like, that's legit. Dropfill, that's legit, right? That's legit. It's got a little yellow card kind of flair to it. There's a guy who grew up on that kind of music, man. Mid 2000s. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff right there. It's a good song, right? Kevin Lord, that song is cool. Frack, what's up, Frack? Right? How can I download that beat? See, the guys already want it. Motorboat, let your boy know. Let's get that thing on Spotify, or you want to act like guys wouldn't spend $1.29 on iTunes to get that thing? Hard commit. Hard commit. I mean, listen to that. Yeah, we're feeling it. It just gets better. It gets better as it goes. Motorboat, get your guy on that. We need to be able to download that song. That's really, really good. Really good. All right, before we wrap the show up, man, been an absolute blast hanging out with you guys. Tons of comments rolling through. Probably the most watched F3 COT show we've done on these live airwaves. And it was fun while I had the boys hanging out in the first half of the show. Good to see Dark Helmet, State of the Nation, 16 July, 8 p.m. across all these channels. You can be sure to watch it there. Before we go, my man Repeato left me with the quote worth Repeato, because that's the kind of bro he is. And so this week, he sends one from Adam Lane Smith. I don't know who ALS is, but we'll be looking into it because I absolutely love this one. Check out this quote worth Repeato this week. A father's role is to provide the luxury for his children to explore their world without fear. You know, fear makes cowards of us all. We've been known to say that, believe that around here. That's a deep one. You know, the big fella and I always have deep conversations here. We start talking about quotes around fatherhood or our kids. Father's role is to provide the luxury for his children to explore their world without fear. Now, it doesn't mean they won't make mistakes. It doesn't mean they don't scrape their knee along the way. It doesn't mean you have to helicopter, hover, hold their hands every way, but to try to instill that ability for them to go through life sans fear, right? Doesn't mean you're not taking caution, right? Not working, not being smart, but I think for me, it's like providing that level of comfort, knowing dad's got him, dad's there always. I think that's an important piece of it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Send us an email. Let me know. Or send us a voicemail, 844-4COT-PAX. Your thoughts on that. Man, what a show. What a great show. Ton of live stuff. Great conversation with the Nantan of F3 Nation. Big things happening around these parts. Loving what we're hearing about the way in which that we are going to remain vigilantly focused on invigorating male community leadership, right? Fear. It's the ultimate mind killer. That's right, man. Just gets in your way, right? Fear's a liar. Smooth and velvet tongue. You don't need it, right? We push past it. And that's part of it, right? Instilling in those shorties, how we go about this thing. Guys, absolutely great time. If another man hasn't told you this today, I love you. The nation loves you. And we'll see you next week on another episode of the Circle of Trust. And we'll see you on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. for the live State of the Nation. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Keep getting after it in the gloom. We'll see you next time. This has been the COT Podcast, connecting the packs of F3 Nation to something bigger than themselves. Please rate and review our show. Follow us on Twitter at F3COT Podcast and connect with the show at COT@F3Nation.com or by leaving us a voicemail at 844-4COT-PACKS. I'm Brian Jodis, 42, Hello Kitty.
And I'm Jamie Roseborough, 40, Repeato.
And this has been the Circle of Trust Podcast.